I mean, it's just almost an experience that you can't really describe. I mean, we go up to Colorado and we just absolutely went at it for 4 days, and then they put you in a small video room and say, hey, here's 16 guys that made the team. And then you come back that night and we had about a 4-hour practice, and then you're thinking, not so sure about this. I don't know if this was the right choice for me. And then, then that next Sunday or whatever, Monday I think it was, we took off and took on a flight all the way to Kazan, Russia. And you get there and we had no idea what to expect. None of us had done anything like this before. And then, you start meeting all these different people from different countries. There's no one that spoke English in the cafeteria unless you were talking to a Great Britain, Canada, or Australia person. So that was tough. That was an aspect of it. But then by the time it came down to start playing games, you just look down at your jersey and it says USA right there, and you just got chills immediately. It was just something that you're out there warming up, and it's just you're just looking around. This is just an environment. It's still hard to believe that the goal was 10 feet. It's a different game. But the experience, it's probably one of the best experiences of my life, just to be able to say that I did that. I told the coaches at the end of it, I was like, thank you guys. You just fulfilled one of my dreams, my lifetime dreams, to be able to represent the United States. No one did that in my city. No one's done that. Kenny Thomas did it from UNM, but how many people get that chance, in my shoes, to be able to go and play? And I have no complaints, no regrets. It was one of the best. I've never had an experience like that, and just to meet all the people I met, play with the kids I did, be coached by the coaches I was, I don't think there was a better situation.
Well, you said you have no regrets. Were you surprised that in the game against Australia, you guard Cam every day, and then the coach had you just sitting there?
They did what they felt was right. I think you got to understand in a lot of these things, there's a lot of politics going on, and I've kind of understood that from an early age, coming up to the AAU circuits. There's a lot of politics into that stuff, all that ranking stuff, all the different players that make the McDonald's All-American game. So I was used to it, and honestly, I didn't know really what to expect. Kind of that was the one game I did expect a lot. I was like, oh, I'll probably play a big minutes this night, big team, very physical, need a lot of rebounding, and I did what I could. I supported my team from the bench. It was hard, and obviously, it's hard not playing when you lose. That's the toughest, I think, because you kind of sit there wait, why wasn't I given the opportunity to go out and do this? But Coach Beeline, Coach McKillop, they apologized to me after, that they would have done things different right there. But it's fine. I'm completely okay with it. They put me on the team. I had the chance to do what I did. No complaints at all. It was an amazing experience. They're great, amazing coaches, and they've had the careers. They know what they're doing. So just follow their lead.
But Alex, what changed? What changed from game one, where you played the 17 minutes and had the double-double, to the rest of the games while you were over there? Did anything change?
The Arab game, they were
not good.
What do I describe them as? A 1A New Mexico school, close to somewhere in that. I think Los Alamos could have taken the floor with them. The problem was we were talking to them afterwards, and they're millionaires and their parents are billionaires, so it's not really a big issue for them. So they've kind of got life figured out already for them, while we're just still getting scholarship checks. But hey, it was just one of those games where I got the opportunities to play. I took advantage of it. Got the double-double. The thing is, I'm not one of the regrets. I don't have a regret, is because every minute that I did get, I took advantage of it. I put up my numbers that I could in the limited time I had, and I gotta wear the USA. That's all I care about. I wish we did better. I wish things went a little differently, but hey, they didn't. I went to Kazan, Russia to play basketball. No complaints.
Even though you didn't see a lot of minutes, did you witness anything in terms of differences in style of play from what you normally see here in the States?
It's a different game. It's almost a different sport. The ball goes through the hoop, but it's totally different. The reffing, from just the straight up beginning, when we scrimmaged Russia, I think we had 25 traveling calls. I mean, you can't use your hands at all, like, which is a lot different. The game is very physical, but you can't use your hands. Like, you can only use your body, which I think a lot of our guys weren't quite ready for. But I mean, we had time to adjust to it. But I mean, I think I was a little bit more used to it playing with Cam a little bit. Like, he does use his body very well, and that was a big difference. And just, I mean, these guys aren't interested in the high-flying dunks. They're not going to all shoot. I mean, they can all shoot, but they'll take you to the rim. They're all quick, physical guys. They finish around the rim, which, I mean, but I saw and I met some amazing players like that. I mean, I don't know how they would do in the college game over here, but it was amazing just to see, like, the different style of play, the different coaching. Just, there was a lot of different things.
What did you learn about your game out there, man, especially after practicing, playing against some guys that are surefire first-round draft picks?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we practiced every day. Like, we practiced an hour, 2 hours every single day, no matter if we had a game. So every day, I got it in, going against Adrian Payne, going against Corey Jefferson. I mean, I played against Devontae Gardner, who was there, A.J. Hammonds. Like, I mean, I went up against those guys, and I mean, the thing that I take the most away from them is I'm right there. Like, I'm not any different from them. Like, I'm just as talented as them. I mean, obviously Corey and Adrian are quite a bit more athletic, but I have more. Like, in that case, I have some skills that they don't have, and that kind of opened my eyes. But I mean, it was. I mean, you take a lot. I mean, you throw in there that I probably played against some of the hardest workers, and Will Shehealy and Tyler Haws, and probably one of the best offensive players that that probably of my group, and Doug McDermott. But and then also you go up against a kid, Trayvon Graham, who I don't think anybody knows who that is, from VCU, and he's just an absolute warrior. And so I met some great guys, like, I mean, friendships for a lifetime. But I mean, going up against those games, I mean, you only get better. Like, I only got better in practice, and then I was able to take that to the floor and produce a little bit.
You camp out there in the tournament, like, as far as when you
Oh, yeah.
How weird was that? See him hurt you guys on the other team.
Yeah, I mean, it was different. You're kind of sitting there going, like, all right, like, I mean, I would have guarded that different, like, blah, 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 just the different things. But I mean, you can't really. I mean, it was cool. Like, I was really happy for him. I was happy for the Boise State guy. I was happy for. I mean, I knew a number of them. I know a number of them from Hugh and Cam talking, and I talked to Cam the whole time. And once Hugh was over there, I talked to him a lot because we were in the same time zone. So that was like something I talked to him quite a bit. But I mean, you're at this Olympic village basically, and I mean, you're talking to hundreds of athletes every single day, and I mean, you all have your translators out on your phone trying to talk. So it was like there was no I talked to everybody. Like, I mean, the Cavs guy who got the Cavaliers guard who got drafted, like, nicest kid in the world. Like, you wouldn't know it, but I mean, the Russian kid. I mean, we talked to so many different people, and I mean, he absolutely lit us up in the scrimmage. So I mean, that was an awesome experience.
Any danger of getting burned out now going to Australia?
No. I mean, I'll take the days off. I mean, I'll keep doing a lot of individual work because, I mean, I'm in shape. I don't really want to get out of shape. Get a little bit used to the altitude up here again. And, I mean, I'll do some individual stuff. I'll get back on the weights. But, I mean, basketball, it's kind of like what I do. So, it's hard to get burned out.
What did you think about the schedule being released officially and that stretch in December where you've got Kansas, Marquette, Cincinnati? What do you think about it?
I'm definitely excited for the Cincinnati game because Sean Kilpatrick was on the team, and we had some talks over there, and because I don't know about that, but so far all I got is he's going to get his 30, and and his team will take care of the rest. But I told him welcome to the pit a little bit, but I don't think he'll understand it till he gets on the floor. But I mean, playing against kids like Andrew Wiggins, Devontae Gardner from Marquette will have something to say about all that. I mean, what can you ask for? Like, we're ready to go. I mean, like, I think that's one thing that we've had trouble with, is scheduling some of those bigger games. And I mean, lights are on now. We got to prove that we are one of the better teams in the country, which I know we are, and we have the kids and the staff here to get it done. So, I mean, I'm excited for it. Like, bring them all on.
You said you're not afraid to get burnt out or anything, but are you anxious to get back on the floor
Yeah, actually, me and Cam talked about that over a dinner in Russia. We were just, there's so much more. Like, there's just a lot of different things with them. And I was even working on that this morning, just like a lot of the just different post moves that they were like, these kids can't jump 2 inches off the ground. And I mean, okay, I can jump 10 inches off the ground. I'm not going to say I bounce or anything, but I mean, they have some like incredible, like just incredible post moves. And I mean, I was working on some of them this morning, and they're hard to figure out. Like, they're hard to get the footwork right. And I mean, there's a couple I'm not sure if they'd be allowed over here, but I mean, you figure them out, try them out, different stuff, because I mean, you can always expand your game. And I think just kind of going over there, it even more like showed me how a shooting big man can develop and can help a team win. And because all those big men can shoot, like every single one could easily hit 3-pointers from the deeper arc. So I think it's just important to keep expanding my game.